Hello students, today we will take up the differences between Aristotle and Plato. As we all know, Aristotle was the great disciple of Plato, but as his mind matured, he became conscious of the differences, and it was he who took up the challenge of Plato at the end of Republic 10 to show that poetry was not only pleasant but also useful for man and society. Aristotle's poetics is to be judged against this background. The poetics is a systematic exposition of the theory and practice of poetry, which has exercised men's minds as few works of any age have ever done. Aristotle takes up hints and suggestions from his great teacher. He reinterprets them and imparts new meaning and significance to Plato's concepts. So, today we will do the basic differences which are found between Plato and Aristotle. Plato reorganizes human life, whereas Aristotle reorganizes human knowledge. Plato was a transcendentalist. He was an artist, whereas Aristotle was a scientist, a biologist, an experimentalist who arrived at his principles through observations and analysis. Plato was an idealist. He believed that the phenomenal world is but an objectification of the ideal world. Aristotle, on the other hand, believed in the reality of the world. The world is real and it must form the basis of any scientific or systematic study. Plato's language is poetic and charming. That of Aristotle is dogmatic and telegraphic. It is the language of a private personal note of an intelligent teacher rather than that of a finished product. Plato was a more original genius, whereas Aristotle was more comprehensive and systematic. Plato was the first to use the term imitation in connection with poetry. Aristotle took the word and breathed into it a new life and soul. Plato likened poetry to painting. Aristotle likened it to music. According to Plato, poetry imitates only superficial appearances, as does a painter. But according to Aristotle, poetry imitates not only the externals but also internal emotions and experiences. In Plato's view, poetry presents a copy of nature as it is, whereas Aristotle says poetry imitates men as they are or better and worse. Plato condemned poetry on moral, intellectual and emotional grounds. Aristotle takes up the objections of Plato and he justifies poetry morally, emotionally and intellectually. Plato's purpose was to show that philosophy is superior to poetry, and so philosophy must replace poetry, whereas Aristotle, on the other hand, believed that poetry is superior and both history and philosophy should be polished. Plato charged poetry as a mother of lies, and he says poetry is an imitation of shadow of shadows, twice removed from the truth, and that poet beguiles us with lies. Plato condemned poetry on the ground that in the very nature of things, poet can have no idea of truth. A carpenter who makes a bed makes it according to his idea of the bed, which is the reality. The bed he makes is not the reality, but a copy of reality. Similarly, God the Maker created the phenomenal world according to the idea in his mind. So, the phenomenal world is not the reality, but a copy of the reality. And the poet imitates the copy, the objects, and the phenomenal world, which are shadowy and unreal. Hence, he concluded that poetry is twice removed from reality, that it is a mere shadow of shadows. The poet have no knowledge of the truth. They are liars, and they deceive us with lies, which they tell in their poetry. Aristotle, on the other hand, took up the charges of his master, and he tells us that art imitates not the mere surface of things, but the ideal reality embodied in every object of the world. The process of nature is a creative process. Everywhere in nature there is a ceaseless and upward progress. Everything in nature is constantly growing and moving up. The poet imitates this upward movement of nature. Art reproduces the original, not as it is, but as it appears to the senses. Thus, even the ugly object, if well imitated, bring out pleasure. And because the poet does not copy the external world but creates according to his own idea of it. Thus, poetry is a creative process, giving us the poet's conception of truth, telling us what according to him man ought to be, according to the law of probability and necessity. So, from whatever angle we consider, Plato and Aristotle, master and pupil, stand poles apart. There are radical differences between these two minds.